Hey guys, what's up? Rascal Ryan 521 here to bring back my answer segment of my Q&A video. I got yesterday and today a whopping, just about 20 comments. I know it's crazy. I usually don't get that many on my videos. And I got quite a bit of questions here, so I'm going to try and get to all of them. So we're going to start off, let's see here. Our first question comes to us from This Is a Cool Name Films, like the username man, good job. And he asks, are you going to do a room tour? And we clarified this yesterday. He means a Lego room tour. And yeah, I would like to. I've had my Lego room done for quite a while now. I started, as you know, back in the summer. And it's been completed probably since like October, November or something. But yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've just had other videos, like my Middle-earth video, and just my painted minifigures and stuff. I've had that kind of stuff I've been working on lately, so I just haven't got around to doing it. But yeah, definitely, let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do that. Next one is from Vincent Big Boom. He says, are you happy about heists in GTA Online? Well, I don't play a lot of GTA Online. I mainly just do single player because all my friends don't really, they have Xboxes, they don't have PS3s. So I don't really do the heists that often. But yeah, they look pretty fun. I've seen like YouTube gameplay footage and yeah, they do look really fun. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Next one is Owen Salmons, another good YouTube friend. Gave me my first shout out on YouTube. So he's always kind of been like a really close friend of mine on YouTube, in terms of YouTube friends. Let's see. So he asked quite a bit of questions here. Favorite Harry Potter minifigure and set? Well, my favorite set would probably have to be, even though I'm not big into Harry Potter anymore, would probably have to be the Burrow. I just really like the way that set looks, and I've been thinking about selling my Harry Potter Lego sets. If you're interested, comment down below if there's any you'd like to buy. But I've decided to, no matter what, keep the Burrow and the newest Hogwarts Castle, just because those sets have always kind of been two of my favorites. So the Burrow's my favorite set. My favorite minifigure would also be from that set, which is I can't remember her name, Bellatrix. I always liked her minifigure, and I thought she was a cool character. Same for Star Wars. My favorite Star Wars set would probably have to be the Battle of Endor. It might be the new Cantina, actually. That one, it might have to swap it out because I love the new Cantina. And then my favorite minifigure would probably either have to be... I'm kind of torn between the new Boba Fett and the old Boba Fett, because I love the retro look of the old one, but I just think the new one has so much detail on him. It's a spectacular minifigure. Favorite episode of The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad. I read this question earlier, and I actually was inspired to rewatch my favorite episode of The Walking Dead, which is Too Far Gone. The episode in Season 4 where the governor takes down the prison. It was even better than I remember it. It's kind of funny. When I remembered the episode, remembered that the battle scene took up the majority of the episode. But I was rewatching it, and by the point, I was watching it on Netflix, and the point where Herschel gets his head cut off doesn't happen until about 15, there's like 15 minutes left in the episode. So I just thought that was kind of funny if I'd bring it up. And Breaking Bad, my favorite episode, would definitely have to be Ozymandias. As you know, Hank dies in that episode. Walter loses his family, has to change his identity. And that's just a great episode all around. And that's when they tell Walter Jr. about Walter and his meth cooking. That's when they decide to tell him everything, Marie and Skylar. Seen Game of Thrones or Doctor Who yet? I want to see Game of Thrones really, really bad. I just do not know where to get caught up. They have the discs, cause we have Netflix Instant View, and we also have it where you can get the discs from Netflix, and they'll send you like the movies, via disc, and like the little slots, little slips or whatever. They just send you the movie disc through the mail, and so I want to watch it through there. And Doctor Who, I haven't really watched yet. I wanted to get around to it. Just maybe watch the first couple episodes, see if I like it. But I'm currently watching Z Nation, about halfway through the first season. So I'm currently watching that. And The Walking Dead is currently on the air. And I also plan on rewatching The Walking Dead and Sons of Anarchy around the time summer comes around. Plus I want to get to watching The Sopranos, because I heard that's a great show. So I've got a lot of TV shows I plan on getting to. So I may not get to Doctor Who for a while, but since that one's right on Netflix Instant View, really easy to watch, so I'll probably watch that one soon. I've heard many good things about that one. Favorite movie character of all time? This one it's not from my favorite movie of all time. It's on my favorite movies list if you go back and watch the list. But this character is the character that I would choose above any. Even if somebody asked me what character I would want in the zombie apocalypse, I would choose this particular character over Daryl, over Rick, over anybody in The Walking Dead. And my favorite movie character would definitely have to be Tallahassee from Zombieland. He's one of the funniest movie characters I've ever seen. He's always has me laughing. And the way he's searching for the Twinkie it's funny, it's classic. I really wish they would do a sequel to it, but in a way I kind of don't want them to, just because it's such a perfect movie, such a good ending, that I don't want them to ruin it. But yeah, if I had to choose a favorite movie character, it would probably be Tallahassee. Celebrity crush. I don't really have a celebrity crush, surprisingly. Like, I really don't like their celebrities I think are attractive. I'll admit that, but there's none that I would like. There's no celebrities that I would like, want to date or anything like that. I don't really have any. Let's see. Next we're gonna go to Dario Gonzalez. He asks, how old are you? I am 14. I will be 15 May 21st. But as of now, as of filming, until about 2 months from now, I am 14 years of age. Sorry. Next is some questions from Lego HP Forever. Awesome guy, really good, really close YouTube friend. Thanks for all the awesome videos. Thanks for all the comments, man. Keep it up. So let's see. First he says, do you like Oreos? It's a bit personal, I know. Yeah, I do like Oreos. I think they taste pretty good. And I don't really eat them that often, but yeah, I like them. Have you read all the Harry Potter books? Yeah, I have read them. I read them, it's been a while. I read them back in 5th grade. I'm kind of proud. I read them all within, even doing all my schoolwork. Even, keeping up with all my schoolwork and everything, I still managed to read them all within, 7 months, which I know still seems like a while, but I'm kind of proud of that. I know it's kind of weird, but, here, hang on one sec, guys. My phone is kind of screwing up on me. So, come on, sorry. I'm gonna get a new phone, hopefully next weekend or something. This phone's just been really kind of a pain. Okay. Have you ever watched Arrow, Flash, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No, I haven't, but it's funny you bring that up. I just watched the first episode of Gotham a couple weeks ago, and I really liked it, because I remembered, all the stuff that was, from my superhero phase, that I remembered. And it's kind of funny, because, back when I was in my superhero phase, back in, 1st and 2nd grade, the stuff where they're in, some of the hidden things in Gotham, where the one guy's name is Nigma. I was like, oh, that's the Riddler. And the one part where the guy's saying, he's saying, my name is Mr. Pennyworth. I was like, oh, that's Alfred. Oh, that's so cool. So I kind of remembered bits and pieces of it from, when I was first, into my superhero phase and when I really liked Batman. And it's funny you mentioned that question, because I just watched the second episode of it last night. The one that ends where, where Catwoman or Selena Kyle, whatever, is saying, I know who killed the Waynes or whatever. And I like it so far. I don't think it's as, good as, Sons of Anarchy or The Walking Dead or Breaking Bad, but I still do like it. And I still plan on, probably watching it. For quite a while. I'll probably watch the first season. If I don't like it, by the end of, if I'm not big into it by the end of the first season, I probably won't watch the second season. But from what I've seen so far, yeah, I do like it. We got a couple more questions from Lego HP Forever. He said, who do you hate the most in Harry Potter? I don't really hate anybody. As I've said before, I'm just going to state it right now. I'm not going to remember everything from Harry Potter, the Harry Potter related questions, because I'm not really into Harry Potter anymore. I'm more into Lord of the Rings now, Breaking Bad, that kind of stuff. So I've forgotten a lot of the stuff, but I still kind of remember some. But who do I hate most in Harry Potter? I don't know, I probably hate, what's her name? The chick that always dressed in pink, the dark arts teacher from the 5th year, I think it was, Umbridge. I never really liked her. I always thought she was kind of an annoying character. I have no idea why J.K. Rowling wrote another story about her. I don't really like J.K. Rowling either. If I can pick, I'd say J.K. Rowling, because she's such an attention She's honestly, she's an attention whore. She really is. Not trying to be mean, but she keeps like writing these new stories and making all these weird statements, like writing all these short stories about the characters. It's like, honestly, it's like, just, you wrote a successful book series, we get it, but let it go. Like, she'd do anything to get into the news these days, and it just drives me crazy. So if I had to pick, I'd say either J.K. Rowling or Umbridge, but I'm just joking. I don't really hate J.K. Rowling. I mean, she's a great author. I loved her books, so I don't want anybody, like, commenting down in the comments, like, I hate you. She's a great author, because, yeah, she is a great author. I'm just saying, lately, she's been kind of annoying. Prequels or originals? I assume he means Star Wars. Prequels, I meant to say sequels or originals, I guess you'd say, all the way, man. I absolutely love Empire Strikes Back as the most of the three movies, and the scene where the Emperor, Luke, and Vader are all like in the throne room in Return of the Jedi is definitely my favorite scene out of all the movies. Just there's so much emotion, there's so much like the feeling of betrayal. There's anger, with Luke and Vader, and there's so much. It's such an emotional scene. It's a great scene. And I hate that George Lucas added in that scene. I will never buy the Blu-ray versions, because in the Blu-ray versions, George Lucas adds in Vader screaming "No" in that one scene where he picks up the Emperor and throws him off the edge. I hate that. I thought that was really stupid. It's not in character at all. So I will never buy the Blu-ray for that version, considering they ruined my favorite moment of the movies. So, let's see. Is there a retired set you wish you bought? Wish you bought, not bossed. A retired set you wish you bought. There's not many. Now that we have the new sail barge, I would have said like the old sail barge back then, the Java sail barge, because I absolutely love that set. I've always wanted to buy it for my friend until we got the new one a couple years ago. But other than that, not really. If a set comes out, I usually have a lot of money saved up, because I only buy sets if I absolutely love them. So, not really. Have you seen The Maze Runner? No, I haven't, but it does look really good. Tell me in the comments if it is good, or if you think I'll like it, because it does look pretty interesting. Which future sets do you think are you most looking forward to? I'm definitely looking forward to the Quickie Mart that's coming out soon. The Big Bang Theory set, that one's going to be really fun. I feel like I'm forgetting a big one. The final duel set, the remake of the Emperor's Throne Room, from which I just said is my favorite scene from the Star Wars movies. They're doing a remake of that whole battle scene into like one set, and that's going to be really cool. So I can't wait to buy that. Sorry, I had a big meal tonight, and I'm doing all this talking. I'm kind of running out of breath. I didn't go for a run today either, so... are you going to watch Age of Ultron? Hell yeah, definitely. I mean, I love the first Avengers movie. Yeah, I would love to see Age of Ultron. That one looks really good. It looks a lot darker than the first one, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see here. I already read those. Red Rocket Films. Favorite moment on YouTube? I'm guessing he means, like, favorite YouTube video. Probably the I Like Turtles YouTube video, the one of the kid on the news being interviewed that just randomly says, "I like turtles." I love that video, and I thought it was so funny. Back when I was in elementary school, I actually made that my catchphrase, and there's people that, to this day, even still in high school, that knew me back in elementary school, that call me Turtle Man, and they'll, like, high-five me in the halls and stuff. It's really funny. Favorite movie? My favorite movie has got to be Napoleon Dynamite. I just think it's really funny, and I just love it. I love that. I love that movie. It's so weird and unique. That it's so weird. It's almost good. Like it's so weird. It's good. I would say is what good way to describe it. That's my favorite movie. But if I had to pick what I think the best movie is, I'd probably say somewhere along the lines of some of the best movies would probably be like Lord of the Rings, Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction. Anything by Quentin Tarantino is absolutely amazing. Let's see. Back to the Future is amazing. Star Wars, like the original trilogy. Prequels are still good, but... favorite sports? I don't play sports that much. Like I watch... I'm a Minnesota native, so I do watch the Vikings games when they're on most of the time. And I watch the Super Bowl every year. I make sure not to miss it. But other than that, I don't really watch a lot of sporting events. I've only been to one baseball game in my life. Never been to a football game. I'm not really that kind of a person. I wasn't really raised in a sports family, I guess you could say. But I do like to run. I take pride in how far and how fast I can run. I'm not actually a super fast runner. I'm more of an endurance guy. As I've said, 26 minutes, my best time, 3 miles in 26 minutes. So, favorite Lego set, kind of a three-way tie between the Haunted House, the Monster Fighters one from last year, the Battle of Endor, and I think it was like the Unexpected Journey or the Unexpected Gathering or something. It was the Hobbit set, the little Hobbit hole that we got back in like 2012. So I love that one. Favorite series minifigure? Oh man, anything from The Simpsons probably. I love the Simpsons series of minifigures. I love them. I thought they were amazing. Season 2, or Series 2 I should say, looks almost better actually. But if I had to pick a favorite, I would probably pick, from The Simpsons, I'd probably pick probably Itchy or maybe Krusty. Scratchy's cool too, but I just think Itchy looks cooler. I thought I really liked the Homer figure, I guess. Favorite video you've ever made? I have fun making all my videos, but there's no like particular video that I like absolutely love making. Like I just can't wait to make it, I guess. I just honestly like getting the video. What I like more than making the videos is getting your guys' comments and feedback and just getting all the support from you guys. I've been getting a lot, like my channel's gotten a lot bigger recently, so I really appreciate all you guys sticking through and checking out my videos and leaving your feedback. I really appreciate all that. You guys are amazing. You're the best fans in the world, and I really appreciate that. But the favorite video I've ever made, I don't know, I guess making my Middle-earth video was pretty fun. I like that one. Making my minifigure showcase videos are going to be pretty fun. So yeah, those are from Red Rocket Films, if I haven't mentioned it already. Another good YouTube friend, so keep up the great videos, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so some of these, I said personal questions, but some of these are from my friend. It's the X5260 Awesome 5. Some of these are a little too personal. He asks, what's your phone number and where do you live? I'm not going to answer those two. He asks, okay, so you do, okay, I'm not quite sure what he means. Those questions are, you have a girlfriend? Okay, yeah, I don't know if I've told you this on YouTube, but yes, I do have a girlfriend. We've been dating for about 11 months now. Her name's Michaela, and she's, like, honestly the sweetest girl in the world. And we are really happy together, and I have no intention of ever losing her. And she has no intention of ever losing me, I bet, either. So, yeah, just gonna put that out there. I took her to the 8th grade formal dance last year. That's actually kind of why, if it weren't for that dance, I would have never even had the courage to actually ask her out. But, yeah, if you want any more information on her, I guess I can just ask me and I'll tell you more about her. But, yeah. Can you do a house tour? I could if you want. I mean, my house isn't very exciting. It's mainly just, my dad's a big movie collector, so there's like 4 or 5 different racks of movies in our living room, and that's pretty much what our living room consists of, other than like a couch and TV. And then I could also do downstairs. I mean, but my house isn't, it's not a big house. It's not like a small house, but I could if you wanted me to, I suppose. Where do you live? I'm not gonna like tell you what, like I'm not gonna give you like my address, but I live in Minnesota, Farmington, Minnesota, a small little town. I don't mind telling you, it's like I think there's like a 23,000 population in this town, so you know, good luck finding me. But he knows me from school anyway, so. Will you be playing any Lego video games soon? I suppose. I used to love Lego video games. I don't play them much anymore. I'm not very fond of them anymore, I guess. I mean, they're still pretty cool, but I'm just not much of a video game person in general. I like GTA 5, and that's about it. How old are you? Once again, I already said this. 14. I'll be 15 in about 2 months. Favorite sport? Running. As I've said, I've thought about joining track. My friends and my girlfriend, everybody keeps saying, oh man, you should join track. You're really good. I've thought about it, but you know what? I just like to run in my own time. I like to, just grab my iPod, just go out, and yeah, just run. It's just kind of my thing. It's kind of my escape from reality, I guess you could say. 9th grade is a big step up from, ninth grade is a big step up from 8th grade, in my opinion. So it's kind of, just like a nice way to relax. So yeah, I do really like to run. It's like my one of my, other than Legos, it's like my main passion, my main hobby, I guess. Do you play any sports? Like I just said, I thought about joining track, but I didn't. So no, not really. But if we play any sports, like in a gym class, I'm usually I join pretty well in those. Like I know I'm good at I suppose I'm pretty good at kickball, badminton. I'm pretty good at. Some of those sports, I guess, I like to play, like in just gym class. Not very good in basketball. That's probably the one I'm not very good in, and football, and we even had to play rugby as one of our units in gym this year. Not very good at football or rugby. I just kind of didn't really do anything for those units because it's just not really my sport. I'm pretty skinny. I'm pretty small. I'm not very good at tackling. It was touch football. It wasn't even tackle football, but I just wasn't I knew I wouldn't be very good at it. I suppose I would have been good at, like, maybe running a touchdown or something, but other than that, no, I'm not much of a football person. Or very many sports, for that matter. Other than Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, what is another favorite book or book series? I love Michael Crichton's The Jurassic Park series. I'm currently reading The Lost World. He just has a way with visuals, the way he explains things. He goes into very gruesome detail. He's a great, great author. Very, very unfortunate about his passing a couple of years ago. So that really sucks. I'll never get another Jurassic Park book from him. But, the two that he's written, I love. Really good. Favorite video game? GTA 5, like I said. Not much of a gamer. That's the only video game I've really ever played. I really ever play like that often. I'm not really into the first-person shooters. But I would like to get into them. Like, some of them I've played with my friends before. They look really cool. I've only played Call of Duty once. My friend Jordan brought it over to my house, and we played like a couple of rounds with like zombies or something. But other than that, no, I haven't really played many first-person shooters or any other video games from GTA 5. Favorite spell from Harry Potter? Okay, it's kind of a weird question, but not judging. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I forgot to mention, questions are brought to you by the Gaming Bros. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Oh, my throat's getting a little dry. Should have brought some water in here. My favorite spell from Harry Potter, I don't know, I kind of like the spell where, it's like ridiculous or something ridiculous, I think. It's the spell that turns anything like really scary into like something funny, like turns it into a funny situation. But other than that, yeah, I don't really have a favorite Harry Potter spell, I guess. Probably the weirdest question I got from a YouTube user named Sensational Sam. Been leaving a lot of good supportive comments on my channel lately, so I really appreciate that, man. He asks, what is your favorite biscuit? I have no idea what the heck he means by that at all, man. I'm assuming he means like, just like regular, like a dinner roll biscuit. I don't know, I guess I like the ones that they serve at Red Lobster. I've only been to Red Lobster a couple times. Those are pretty good. But if you could clarify what you mean by that, man, down in the comments. I don't really know what you're talking about. Let's see, we got a lot from Thresh6, another really good YouTube friend. Thanks for all the support, man. Keep up the awesome videos. I love the Lord of the Rings mock you uploaded the other day, and I can't wait to see more from you. Let's see, okay. He didn't space these questions out, so I'm kind of trying to see where they start. Okay. What is your favorite book you've read besides The Hobbit? Probably, I don't remember much of the Harry Potter books, but I remember absolutely loving The Half-Blood Prince when I first read it. So probably The Half-Blood Prince, and as I said, I really like the first Jurassic Park. That's amazing. What do you prefer, Mac or PC? I don't know. I mean, I have a PC, so I guess PC, but from a couple of my friends have Macs, and they seem pretty cool, so I guess PC, but, what is your favorite subject in school? Personally, I like math, he said. Mine is probably, my best subject is probably English, but my favorite subject is probably history, anything involving history, like history, social studies, civics, world history, U.S. history, anything of that sort. Let's see, what is your favorite sport? Once again, I like to run. I've already answered that one before. Do you like volleyball? Yeah, I'm pretty good. From what we've done in gym class, yeah, I'd say I'm fairly decent at volleyball. I'm not very good at serving. Most of the time I try and serve, it usually ends up going the wrong way, because we do the serve where you have your arms kind of like in a triangle, like kind of shaping in like a triangular way. And every time, like out in front of you, and whenever I try and hit it, my arms end up curving, and I hit it like way off the court, out of bounds. How many countries have you been to? How many countries have you been to? I've been to, if you count the one I'm in right now, the United States, then I've been to 2. I've been to the United States, and I've been to Mexico 3 times, because I have the best grandma in the world that loves to take us on vacations every couple of years or so. Have you been to Japan? That's where my family is from, he says. No, I haven't, but it looks like a really great country. It looks like a nice place to visit. It's like, I'm sure it's probably like one of the highest economic countries in the world. Like, and I'm sure business is booming there, so. No, but it seems like a very peaceful country, I guess, to visit. I guess would be a good word to describe it. Have you read The Adventures of Tom Sawyer or The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? No, I haven't, but I did just recently read for my honors English class To Kill a Mockingbird, another classic piece of American literature, and I loved it. It was a really good book. Comment below if anybody else has read it. I loved it. I thought it was really good. But no, I have not read Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn, but they do look very good. I'm pretty sure one of them is about, I think it's Huckleberry Finn is the one where he's trying to, like, help a runaway slave escape or something, like they go on an adventure or something. What do you think was best cast for the Middle-earth movies? That's a really good question. Good job, man. That's a really good question. I personally think Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn was really good in that. I can't really see another actor playing him. Like, there's some actors in the Lord of the Rings movies that I could really see, like, a different actor could have played him, and I'd be fine with it. Like, did Orlando Bloom really have to play Legolas? Not really, but he's a big-name actor, so I understand why they chose him. Sorry, voice crack. But like, some of the actors aren't very, you could see, I could see other actors in their roles, yes, but all of them did a fantastic job. I would say either, I also really like, Ian McKellen, I believe is the actor's name, as Gandalf, and Elijah Wood as Frodo. I thought those were all good choices. But especially Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn, I thought he was, like, perfectly cast. He's kind of like, other than the main ring quest, Aragorn reclaiming the throne and becoming king of Gondor again is, like, probably the main plot of the movie, so if they got a bad actor to play him, the movies wouldn't nearly do as well as they did. Let's see. What is your favorite of the 3 Lord of the Rings books and movies? Same question for The Hobbit, too. Favorite of the Lord of the Rings books, not counting The Hobbit, would definitely have to be probably The Fellowship of the Ring, and then probably The Two Towers, and then Return of the King, although they're all, like, equally good, but The Two Towers I thought was really amazing because of the cliffhanger on when they get to Shelob's lair. I thought was a really good area to end it off. And then they literally end they end Two Towers after Frodo gets captured by the orcs after the Shelob's lair scene. And then they pick it up again in, like, the second half of the next book, right after that. Like, it's just like Sam going into Mordor and trying to save Frodo. So it's like it's like the original cliffhanger. So I thought that was really good. And the Battle of Helm's Deep is really good in the Two Towers book as well. The battle itself, I think the chapter was like a really long battle, like probably even longer than the movie. It was like a 30-page chapter battle. So that's the order I'd rank them for the books. For the movies, I would probably say the Return of the King as the best, Fellowship of the Ring as the second best, and the Two Towers as the third best. The Hobbit, well, obviously I can't rate the book, but for the movies, I would definitely say it's kind of hard. I originally thought The Unexpected Journey was the best, but after seeing the Battle of Five Armies and what they did with that one, I gotta say the Battle of Five Armies was probably my favorite. That was a great movie, man. I loved it. Can't wait till it comes out on DVD, or Blu-ray, whatever. And then next would definitely be An Unexpected Journey, and then last, especially least, would be Desolation of Smaug. I didn't hate the Desolation of Smaug, but I was not a big fan of it. Way too much, unnecessary added BS that we didn't need, especially with, like, you didn't need the scene where, like, all the dwarves were, like, chasing Smaug in the lair. God, my voice keeps cracking, my throat's really dry. You didn't need the scene where, where, like, Legolas and, what's her name, the she-elf, I think her name is, like, Tario. He didn't need the scene of them, like, curing Keeley in Lake Town. You didn't really need to add all that. I thought all that was kind of unnecessary. The stupid love triangle they tried to do with Legolas, Tario, and Keeley I thought was really dumb. Or Feely, whatever. I don't remember which one is the black-haired one and which one is the ginger one. It's one of the two. They're brothers, but I don't know who is who. Let's see. Was there ever a set that you got, but after building it you regretted buying? Yeah, man. What's it called? The Star Destroyer set from 2006 or 2005, I believe. That set, it's great for parts. All the base plates in it make for really good pieces for mocks. And the minifigures were great, too, with, like, I think it was, like, Grand Moff Tarkin in that set and whatever. Or as my friend and I call him, Grandma Tarkin. But, yeah, it fell apart right away. I didn't really care for the set as a set. So, yeah, I was pretty disappointed with that one. Let's see. What got you into Lego? I don't know, really. I guess it was just kind of back when I used to love Star Wars, and I saw these Star Wars sets that were out, and I'd been collecting Legos ever since I was... Basically, nothing really got me into Lego. The basic thing is, I've been collecting Lego ever since I was a little kid, and I've just never really stopped collecting. I've been collecting ever since. What was your favorite Star Wars film? Oh, Empire Strikes Back all the way, man. That's a pretty obvious one. We got some questions from Flying Llama 157 here, but before I read his, I got a couple others from Thresh6 I just want to get to first in a separate comment. What is your favorite mock in Middle-earth? Definitely gotta be either the Eye of Sauron or Minas Tirith. I love the way that both of those turned out. He's asked me, I think, to do a separate a separate video on mocks that were featured in Middle-earth, like just to do a separate video on that mock. But the Minas Tirith mock is kind of built onto the base plates in Middle-earth, so I can't really do that. I might have to find I could find another way. But for the most part, it's built onto the base plate, so I can't really remove it, unfortunately. But yeah, one of those two, definitely. What is your favorite location in Middle-earth? Probably either the Shire or mainly Rivendell. I just love all, like, the scenic places with, like, the waterfalls and the grassy plains and the mountains and everything. I just always thought those looked really cool, especially the way Peter Jackson did them in the movies. Let's see, have you ever heard of the Popcorn Group? No, I haven't. Tell me in the comments what the heck that is, man, because I have no idea. What is your favorite species in Star Wars? I'm going to be honest, man, I don't really know. I can't really answer that one for you. I guess I don't really know. I mean, like, I guess, Bosk, whatever species he is, they look pretty cool. The Gamorrean guards, I guess, are kind of funny looking because they look like giant pigs. I don't really have a favorite Star Wars species, I guess, but I have, like, favorite characters. I think that's another question somebody asked me, so I'll get to that in a few minutes. What is your favorite character in Lord of the Rings? Mine is Sam, Thresh6 said. Yeah, I'd have to agree, Sam. The way they did him in the book and the movie is very cool. The way they did him in the movie, you could really feel that Sam really cared about Frodo. But the way they did it in the books, you could really tell that he, like, loved Frodo like a brother. So the way they did it in the books was probably even better. Even though, I think his name is Sean Astin, I believe. Even though he did a great job in the movies as well. That was top-notch acting. I really hope he won an Oscar for that. I know the movie won Best Picture that year, but I really hope he won an Oscar for that role. But Sam, or definitely my main favorite character, would probably have to be Gimli. Just all of his funny lines. Like, in terms of the books, I'd probably have to choose Sam, because Gimli doesn't really have any of his funny lines that he has in the movies and the books. But in terms of the movie character, I would probably have to choose Gimli, because he has like I said, the best lines. Funniest lines, too. So we're going to go back up to Flying Llama 157's questions. Oh boy, he has a lot. He has 16 questions. Okay. I'm going to try and breeze through these a little bit, because this is going on for quite a while. Favorite Marvel character? Probably got to be Spider-Man. I'm not big into superheroes, but I do like Spider-Man. He's always been, like, one of my favorite superheroes. Favorite DC character? Batman, without a doubt. Not to be mean to any DC fans, but I don't think DC really has a lot of great superheroes. I mean, Green Arrow seems pretty cool. The way they did the Superman in the newer movies is pretty neat. But other than that, like, for the most part, I'm not a big fan of DC heroes. Favorite Star Wars character? Probably a tie between either Han Solo or Boba Fett. Both very cool characters. Harrison Ford did a great job as Han Solo. And Boba Fett is just, I mean, let's be honest, he's a bad A. He's completely awesome. What inspired you to create a YouTube channel? Well, I had all these Harry Potter MOCs that I wanted to show to the world, and all these cool custom minifigures, and I figured, you know, what the heck, I had a YouTube channel for about 2 years, I think, before I started doing videos, 1 to 2 years before, so. Favorite song is my favorite song is a 4-way tie, actually. If I can remember, I'll try and put links to all 4 of these songs in the comments. One of them would have to be Piano Man by Billy Joel. Great song, man. Or sorry, actually, now I think about it's a 5-way tie. Yeah, Piano Man by Billy Joel. It's a great song. It's, you know, so much heart to it. A lot of meaning. I'm big into Billy Joel. I'm actually going to a concert of his on May 16th. Let's see, favorite song. Probably another one would definitely be A Holiday by Green Day. Pretty vulgar song, but very good. I love just like the punk rock, I guess you could say. I love that genre. Another one would be like Gimme Shelter, the Sons of Anarchy cover of Gimme Shelter. The scene playing during, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Sons of Anarchy Season 2, that they play that cover while Abel is being kidnapped by the IRA at the end of Season 2. I always love that scene. It's so dramatic, the way Jax is like running after the one guy, and the guy barely gets away, and that's kind of like what Season 3 is about, you know, trying to find Abel. The next one would be a song called DLZ by a band called TV on the Radio. I never knew what the song was until a couple months ago. It's a song I heard in Breaking Bad when Walt goes to the guys in the parking lot and he says, "Stay out of my territory." That's always been, in my opinion, one of the coolest scenes of the whole show. And the song that plays during that scene is completely awesome. It's just like so, I don't know, it's something you'd hear like in a shootout in an action movie or something. And then the next one would be the classic, what a lot of people consider to be one of the greatest songs of all time, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. That is just a song I discovered just about a couple months ago. I mean, I'd always known about it, but I'd never really heard the full song till just about a couple months ago, and I love it now. Just like everything about it, like the mama, ooh, like that whole thing and everything. It's just a really, really good song. There's so much. I don't even think Freddie Mercury ever said what the meaning behind it was. I think it was just his way of dealing with emotions, was that song, and it's a very, very, unique song, probably the most unique song I've ever heard, and I absolutely love it. Favorite movie director? Quentin Tarantino all the way, man. We got Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill movies are pretty good, not one of my favorites, but I still like them. The only Tarantino movie I ever saw that I didn't care for as much as the others was Jackie Brown. Just because, I'm kind of more of I'm a teenager. You can expect I'm not as big into, because Jackie Brown is more so one of Quentin Tarantino's, less action-packed movies. It's more kind of about the characters and, the whole plot revolving around, Jackie Brown and the money and everything, so, or the diamonds or whatever they were trying to get. I can't remember. It's been a couple months since I've seen the movie, but, Pulp Fiction is probably my favorite. I just love everything about it. The scene with John Travolta. "Oh man, I shot Marvin in the face. Why the F you do that, man?" It's really funny. It's a very good movie, but very, very funny at times too. Favorite artist? I'm guessing he means a song artist. I don't know. I'm not an art person other than painting my minifigures, so I don't really have a favorite artist, but if you mean song artist, definitely gotta be, probably Daughtry. I love Daughtry. They're kind of like a rock band that originated from Chris Daughtry, the American Idol contestant. Probably the most shocking elimination from the show. Very successful band nowadays. I also really like Billy Joel. He's amazing. He's got some great songs. Captain Jack, Piano Man, Only the Good Die Young, We Didn't Start the Fire. Let's see, what are some of those other good ones? He's got a lot of great ones. The Ballad of Billy the Kid. Many, many great songs. I love them. So that's probably what I'd say for favorite artist. Most sentimental Lego set? Probably the Battle of Endor, just because that set I got so many years ago. And, I sold a lot of stuff for that one. I sold a lot of, my Mega Bloks and stuff just to save up money to buy that set, and I was so happy. We ran to the store that night, and I got the set, as soon as I got enough money by, selling some of my stuff to, like, it's not really, like, it's like a Goodwill type of place, but it wasn't a Goodwill, but it was like a type of place like that where you sell your stuff, or you give your stuff and they give you money. But yeah, as soon as I got the money, we raced there, and I got the set, and I built it. I built like half of it that night, and I was just so happy to finally have it in my hands. I was just so ecstatic. Most hated Lego set? Crap, I was going to go downstairs later and look through my sets to see what my most hated set is. I don't really have a hated set. I don't buy a lot. If there's a set that I hate, it's probably the Jabba's Palace from 2012. It's a cool set, but I hate the price point. I absolutely cannot stand the price point on it. It's like $120 with like a 700 piece count. If you know anything, about price per piece ratio, it should have been about $70, $80. They charge $120. I hate that price point so much. I wanted to buy the set, but just because of that price point, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to waste my money like that. No. Let's see. Are you looking forward to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Harry Potter prequel? I mean, I guess I'll see it, but I'm not really, like, super looking forward to it. As I said, I think J.K. Rowling's kind of milking it at this point. I don't really know if they need to do a prequel, but then again, I'm kind of a hypocrite. I bet if they were to do, like, a Lord of the Rings prequel, people could say, like, oh, they're just Peter Jackson's just milking the franchise, they could have just ended it with The Hobbit, but I would be all excited for it, so I'm not going to say, it's stupid, because, like I said, I'm a hypocrite. If they were to make another Lord of the Rings movie, I'd be down for it, I guess. Yeah. Favorite 80s movie? Back to the Future, definitely. I love Back to the Future. Also love The Breakfast Club. Does Barry Manilow know you raid his wardrobe? That's another great movie. Those are like the main 80s movies I can think of. Have you seen the Terminator movies? No, I haven't, but with the new Terminator Genesis, I believe it's called, with that one coming out, I would like to. How old were you when you got your first Lego set? I can't even tell you. I don't know. I know I have some of the older Harry Potter sets from, like, 2004. I think I even have a Spider-Man set from, like, 2002. So I was probably, like, I don't know. It was some of the smaller sets, so I've probably had Legos for quite a while. Let's see. Favorite actor? Tie between Bryan Cranston, the man that brought Heisenberg to life. I love Aaron Paul, too. Jesse Pinkman, he's a great, great actor. So much emotion in him, especially the scene where he's at the rehab place, and he's telling the guy, about how he killed this dog, and about, and the guy's talking to him about self-acceptance and everything. That scene has always been one of my favorites of the series. I also really like Gary Oldman, Commissioner Gordon from the new Batman movies, the main bad guy from Leon the Professional, Sirius Black from Harry Potter. He's done some great, great roles. He was even in The Fifth Element, I believe. And they're both great actors. Bryan Cranston I especially applaud because he can pull off drama just as well as comedy, because I never watched Malcolm in the Middle, but I know he looked pretty funny in that show. He was also very funny in the few episodes he was in The King of Queens. So, Xbox or PS3? My dad has an Xbox that I play every once in a while, and I have a PS3 myself, so I'm not really a fanboy of either. I play both, but since the PS3 is mine, and I play it more often, probably PS3, especially since you don't have to pay for a PSN account, whereas with Xbox, you have to pay for Xbox Live. If you could live in one place from a movie, TV show, book, or video game, where would it be? That's a good question. I'd probably live as like a hobbit in Middle-earth or something. I think that'd be kind of a cool, relaxing life. Probably not, though, as much as everybody says they want to be in a zombie apocalypse, I don't think anybody actually does. That'd be scary as hell. I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Unless I was, like, with Rick or something, But I'd probably Middle-earth. Maybe charming California, for any Sons of Anarchy fans. But then again, with all the deals going down with, like, the IRA and stuff, it might be kind of a dangerous town to live in. But in terms of video game, definitely wouldn't want to live in Los Santos from GTA 5. No. With all the crime going on with the three main characters in there. No. Already answered those questions. What's your favorite minifigure and what is your favorite mock? Okay, well, I got these ones actually ready. I actually pulled these from my own Lego collection. In terms of favorite minifigure, I couldn't choose a favorite, so I chose a favorite from each of my three from each of the 3 TV shows that I paint minifigures from: Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, and Sons of Anarchy. So in terms of The Walking Dead, I'd probably have to, it was kind of a tough one, but I'd probably have to choose Daryl. Here's my Daryl figure. Well, you'll see a better view on these guys later. But Daryl, I especially like how he turned out. He looks pretty awesome. His torso is a modified torso from Indiana Jones. Huge Breaking Bad spoiler. My favorite Breaking Bad figure would have to be Gus Fring, the face-off version of Gus Fring. I just repainted him recently. I think he turned out very, very cool. The detail in his... I basically took a Lego skeleton face. I kind of went to town on that. But, yeah. He's wearing a blue suit in this scene. After going back and rewatching it, I was unaware when I made this figure. So I might change his torso and might just make it a blue torso instead. And then my favorite is actually from Sons of Anarchy. He's actually a figure I literally just painted last night, my newest figure. For any Sons of Anarchy fans, the plaid blue shirt that Jax wears a lot in the show, you know, like it's kind of like a button-up, you know, plaid blue and gray shirt with like white stripes and stuff. I decided to paint him in that torso, and this is probably my favorite Sons of Anarchy figure. I've had, out of all the Sons of Anarchy figures I've done about all the Sons, you know, from like Tig, Happy, Piney, Juice, Clay, all of them. Out of all of them, I'd say, even though his probably looks the most sloppy, like with all the stripes and everything, it comes out looking kind of sloppy, I'd say it's definitely probably one of the best I've done. So, there's that. In terms of my favorite mock, I love the Eye of Sauron mock that I did. I just finished Walter White's house today. I think that one turned out really cool. I love the mini Serenity mock from Firefly. But my favorite one would definitely have to be, probably, just because of how accurate it looks, the Breaking Bad RV. I love this one. And just all the detail I put on to the interior. I've got a separate video of that. Check it out in my channel. I might even put a link in the description if I can remember. So I love the look of that one. So there we go. Kind of get it all. There we go. Get it all lined up again with the set. So there's that question. Let's see. So that's the only question. Oh, that's another question from This Is a Cool Name Films. And then the last set of questions is from Warg Attack, another great YouTube friend. So thanks for all the comments, man. And I'd love to see some videos from you soon, because he's been talking about doing a video soon. So let's see. Can't wait for the actual video. It will be awesome to get to know you better, as I've been watching your videos for a long time, knowing really nothing about you. Sorry, my questions are too personal. You don't have to answer any of them if they are. No, most of them will probably be fine. Do you have any siblings? Nope, only child representing. Who is your best friend from school and such? Some of my best friends, a lot of my best friends have moved away, so I'm kind of one of those people where I have a lot of friends at school, but I don't really have a lot of, like, best friends. Like, I don't really have many people I hang out with outside of school. Some of my good best friends from, like, elementary school, though, and stuff, and even from, like, middle school and this year are, let's see, I have a couple friends, like, I have my friend Tony, my friend Clay, my friend Jordan, let's see, I have a couple of friends, like my friend Addie from school, that I know. A couple of them, like, he was the one that got me into Breaking Bad in the first place. And, like, my friends, my friend Jordan and whatnot, I think he was the one that got me into The Walking Dead and stuff. And yeah, I don't really have, I mean, I guess my girlfriend, too, but I don't know if I'd really call her, like a best friend. I don't, for some reason calling, people say, like, their girlfriend is, like, their best friend, but I kind of find that weird, saying that. But, what do you want to work as when you grow up? I would like to be an architect, but lately I've been kind of leaning more towards, being a writer. I just think writing is, a subject that I'm very good at. It's, probably one of my, I actually have fun doing writing assignments in school sometimes, because I get to be creative, and I usually get very good grades on them. So, yeah, I'd like to be, like, an article writer, or maybe even a book writer or something. I don't think there's really anything that anybody hasn't written a book about, though, so I don't know if a book writer would be a very good career. At least not nowadays, especially with books becoming obsolete, unfortunately, which is kind of sad. So, yeah, I'd definitely like to be a writer. As I said, English class is my best class. Let's see, prequels or original trilogy. He says I prefer the prequels. I already mentioned it. I already said it earlier. Definitely the original trilogy, I would say, assuming he's talking about Star Wars. He said, "Ha ha ha! What do you know about Norway or Scandinavia? Sorry, I just had to." I actually know very little to almost nothing about Norway or Scandinavia. But if you're watching this, Warg Attack, tell me some cool facts about it down in the comments. I'd love to get to know your home country better. That'd be really cool. Because I've never been there. My ancestors are from Ireland, which I believe is pretty close by. I could be wrong. I haven't had geography in like a year, so sorry if I'm wrong. But I believe Ireland is close to Scandinavia. Or Norway, whatever. And is your first name Tyler Ryan? Ha ha ha. I know this was sort of creepy. And they says, can't wait for the actual video. Well, thank you, man. Yes, my first name is Tyler. My last name is Ryan, R-H-Y-A-N, for those of you who haven't figured it out by my YouTube username. If you want to add me on Facebook, look me up. I don't really care. Send me a message saying you know me from YouTube. Otherwise, if I don't know you, I'm not going to friend you. But, yeah, I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to talk to you more about Legos and such. That'd be really fun to kind of, because I'm friends with, Flying Llama 157 and Lego HP Forever, and he doesn't go on YouTube much anymore, but, Dave Baltic, all those guys I'm friends with on Facebook, and we chat about Legos and life just every once in a while. So if you want to add me on Facebook, if you think that's a little weird, a little too personal, that's fine, I understand completely, but I would be happy to talk to you guys and get to know you better by, communicating through Facebook. So looking through all of these, I think I have gotten through all the questions. I had a blast doing this video, guys. I really appreciate all the comments you submitted. In fact, you submitted even more than I thought you would, so I really appreciate that. And if you have any more questions, I don't know, don't leave them down in the comments just because I don't want to do another one of these videos right away. Hold in your questions for now, and then eventually, maybe like in a month or so, probably maybe like 2 months from now, I'll probably do another Q&A video. I'd love to do that. But other than that, that's it for now, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you later. Thanks for watching. And tell me a little bit about your life. I'd love to hear about you. So thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. And see you later, guys. Bye.